Hey guys, what's good? I'm Andre and today I want to walk you through what it means to make money in a bear market and how we can do that using options and using a method that's extremely calculated, low risk, and very predictable in terms of how much money we can make. Now, the first question that I want to ask you guys, and please leave it in the comment section below, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Netflix, it took such a beating. Can you guys tell me if you think that Netflix throughout the next 30 days or let's say 25 days, can Netflix make gains of 13-14%? Do you think that's possible for a stock like Netflix in a market environment like the one we have in the past few weeks here or even months? I'm really curious to know what you think, guys. While you're there, please leave a like for this video and let's get started, guys. I want to jump into Webull and have a look. So guys, the strategy I'm talking about is called a bear call spread. It basically means that we're telling the markets that we don't think Netflix can go up to where I have this blue line drawn over here. Obviously, Netflix has had just a ridiculously bad week. It went down a whooping 38% in 1 week. Now, guys, what that happens usually is that a lot of money leaves the stock and then a bunch of money cannot wait for a couple of percentages higher so that they can cut losses, take profits, whatever that case may be, and be done with the stock. But overall, guys, after taking such a beating and after especially knowing what sort of earnings Netflix had, I don't see it being able to run for 13-14% higher, especially with the recent market environment and knowing what a bad situation it is for stocks that are about to have lower guidance, lower earnings, and just in for a worse time in the future. Now, if we take into consideration the fact that Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, HBO Max, there are just so many competitors out there, and from my point of view, Netflix was never a great investment because of the fact that it does not have a wide economic moat and because of the fact that it has such a huge capex with things that they don't even know if they are gonna work or not. So if you compare Netflix to Spotify, the difference is just night and day, because Spotify just does not pay for the content that it puts out there. Much like YouTube, Spotify gets its content and then can monetize it. If Spotify is hit with 1,000 songs that do crap and just nobody likes them, nobody listens to them, so what? Same for YouTube. But for Netflix, if they invest in 3 series that are just crap and don't get them a huge return on that investment, like Squid Games for instance, they're gonna be in a world of hurt, and we're gonna see that as potential investors in the stock. So that's a long-winded way of saying that from my point of view, Netflix is not going to be able to do 13%, 14% in the next 25 days here by the 20th of May. But I'm curious to see what you guys think. So why did I choose the 237.5 strike price or just target? Is because that's where we have a 0.29 delta, and let's have a look at what I want to do here, guys. So as you guys can see, I've been playing around with some potential Rivian and bear call spreads as well, but I wasn't happy with the risk reward ratio there. So Netflix, we're gonna go away to the 20th of May here. We're gonna choose the 247.5 strike price. We're gonna choose that strike price. Sorry guys, it was the 200, I knew something was off. So it was actually the 237.5 strike price for a mid $5.73 of cost. Now, we do not have anywhere near enough capital to be able to fend up for something like that. We do not own 100 shares of Netflix to be able to have that as our hedge for the long, or for rather the short call here. So guys, as the second one, we need to buy protection as with everything in life. So we're actually gonna go out to 242.5. This means a $5 spread, guys. So for the $5 spread, let's see what the risk reward looks like. So we're gonna make $108. This is money that we put in our pockets the second we sell this option spread. It's nothing that anybody will take away from you unless you decide to buy this option back at a later time. So 108 is what we make. Now, the max risk for this one is $392. And you guys might be asking yourselves like, why would I risk $1, or why would I actually risk almost $4 to make $1? Now this is because this is a very high probability trade, and we actually have a 76.3% probability to make this trade successful. And with a 76% probability, guys, we also get a whooping 27.5% ROI on our risk here, basically. So we generate 27% alpha on our investment while having a probability of profit of 76%. Now I'm gonna let you guys run the risk reward probabilities there. You need to know. So basically, what does 76% mean? It means that every 4 times, or if you do this 4 times, 3 out of 4 you're gonna be successful, and the 1 out of 4 you're gonna lose the trade. Now guys, if we make 27% in 3 out of 4 occasions, that means that we're gonna make a whooping 81% ROI on our investment. So we just need to make sure that whenever we lose that one time, it's not as much as 81% of the investment. So let's say that with that scenario in mind, the second that we lost 392 divided by 2, that means 50%, we are out of there. And then with losing that once, earning those 3, so winning those 3 actually, we are still left with a 31% ROI after we lost the 50% out of one transaction. So we're still making 30%, guys. With that in mind, I really think this is a high probability of profit type of trade. The risk reward ratio works out fantastic for me. So all that we need for us to basically be able to bag the full profits is for Netflix not to jump as high as 237.5 in the next 25 days. Now it can go higher, lower. It can trade sideways until eternity. For all I care, I just don't want it to be above our low strike price. Guys, that's all for today. If you don't want this for Netflix, you don't think it can work, if you don't want this for today or tomorrow or next week, the same principles apply to anything you want to try, guys. You just have to try it. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions about this. This is a really great strategy in a bear market. Like the video if you got anything out of it, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.